you rather be a price taker or a price maker? Well, of course, the answer is you'd rather be a price maker if you're an aspiring entrepreneur here in the Midwest. And that's why you've got to learn about the cooperative business model. My name is Lynn Hinderrocker. Thanks for joining me on Next Biz Success. And today we're talking to Jim Crandall with the Nebraska Cooperative Development Center. Sits right on the University of Nebraska in Lincoln, right on their campus. Jim, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
You're an expert on the cooperative business model, and I don't quite understand it. Why is the cooperative model better than others? Why should I care about this?
I think there's certain applications where the cooperative model is ideal for some of the rural businesses that we've helped to start in Nebraska. The cooperative model brings together all the resources of a variety of people who have a similar product or service that they want to offer.
All right.
Lets them work together to build a business and finance that business and access the services of the business.
And have access to a new market.
And access to a larger market.
Now we've got to stop right off the bat because most people are going, wait a minute, I'm going to be cooperative rather than competitive. Is that true?
That's true, and it brings together producers or folks that have a similar product into one group, so that they can market that product to a larger audience than what I could do, say, individually by myself.
And that is because, I guess, scope and scale and leverage. If you're big and you have a lot of stuff to sell, then you can get the attention, apparently, of buyers in a geographic area or in other parts of the country or whatever. Is that right?
Exactly. It gives you access to maybe larger markets than I could try to fill by myself.
Okay. Now, you are the place where people go to organize these cooperatives. How do you get the word out? How do you get members in a cooperative? Send out a flyer, or how does that go?
Typically, it begins literally around someone's kitchen table. A couple of champions will come together and say, we've had an idea for a product that several of us grow or make.
Okay.
We sit down with that group and help them form kind of a steering committee.
All right.
To flesh out the business idea, to look at, we have to take good business principles to the table here. We want to make sure it's feasible.
Right.
Can we do it? Can we access it? Can we produce it in enough quantity to fulfill a market?
Sure.
And ultimately, can we make some money in doing so?
Now, you've got into the money thing. I find that so interesting. If you want to be a member of a cooperative group, you have to invest up front a little bit, do you not?
Invest in lots of ways. It's not just a financial investment.
Okay, tell me about that.
It's an investment of my talents. In a group of people, there are a variety of talents in that group of people.
Okay.
Some are good with finances. Some are good with marketing. Some are good with people. Some of them don't want to talk to people. They want to produce or make whatever the product is.
Okay.
You bring all those people together and pick those talents to help develop the business.
Okay.
So not only am I investing my financial resources to help finance the startup of the business, I'm investing my talents as a member of the co-op to help the business grow.
This is so interesting to me. Here we are in the internet era, Web 2.0. Collaboration is an increasingly important principle for business today. And I'm just trying to, it almost sounds like a utopian commune almost in a way. And I know I'm taking it too far because it certainly is a business, but why is it better than a corporation or a partnership or a joint venture? I mean, really? I mean, doesn't everybody sit around and say, hey, you be the president, you're good at one thing or another?
To a degree, but we choose those talents often from the membership itself. That's not to say, though, that a member is the manager. We go hire the best people we can to run these businesses.
Okay, so if you have your own business or you're a producer of a certain product, you don't have to give that up and go work for the cooperative.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
In fact, what we would expect them to do is commit part of their production to the cooperative business, maybe not even all of it, but then have professionals market that production to the end consumer. Cooperative businesses are very social businesses. It's people.
That's what I noticed you were talking about, people sitting around the kitchen table. I mean, there's a certain amount of more interpersonal as a part of it, is it not?
Well, and they come together because they have a passion, oftentimes, for the product that they're raising. Maybe it's a an organic product because they believe in that kind of a product.
Right.
Natural, a little different niche that they might be able to fill with their products.
Sure.
So they become a member of that co-op and provide the financing to help start the business oftentimes.
Okay.
They invest themselves into that co-op. It's used by the people who own it. The services or the product, the marketing of it is used by those of us that are in the co-op.
Okay.
And those are all rather unique to the cooperative type of business.
It is a really unique thing. Now, do I make money off of this? Is there a return on my investment in the short term or long term, or is a dividend distributed? How does that work?
Well, obviously, we always want to make a profit at the business.
Sure.
In any startup business, sometimes that takes a while. Our hope is that at some point the profits of the company would be returned then to the investors, the members, over time, so that their investment is recouped. And eventually, again, if the business continues to be successful, that they will end up with a profitable share of that.
Right.
But it's based on my patronage to that company. So if I do a whole lot of business and you do a little bit of business, our dividends or our distribution of the profits back goes to that patronage.
Okay. Now, if I'm raising decorative pussy willows or dry woody florals that I'm going to sell to the floral arranger industry or something like that, I'm obviously not going to use a significant number of pussy willows as I'm decorating my living room, right? So how does that work, actually?
Well, and that's a good example of a business that has started here in eastern Nebraska that's been successful. The university did some background work as far as test plots and things, but eventually we helped a group of producers form the Nebraska Woody Florals Cooperative.
Okay.
There's about 50 members. They jointly market the production from a variety of farms and a variety of locations.
All these woody florals.
Woody florals, from, as you mentioned, the pussy willows.
Yeah, the decorative purposes, yeah.
Yes, the different colors and the designs, to wholesalers in Nebraska and surrounding states.
Okay.
It allows those people then access to that larger market, a premium on their stems, those kinds of things.
And it gives them leverage when it comes down to the pricing. We started this interview talking about having some leverage when you go into negotiating with these wholesalers, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Jim. Jim Crandall with the Nebraska Co-op Development Center right here at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. This has been an eye-opening interview for me. I did not really realize how this worked and the fact that there was even a group like you. So I thank you for your service. You said there's like 25 or 26 around the country, so
yes,
relatively important to our entire economy. This is Next Biz Success, and my name is Lynn Hinderrocker. Consider the cooperative business model. You may deserve to be part of that. You may want to come together. It's social, it's business, it's legal. It's a fascinating new way to go into the future. It can do you some good. Keep on going and keep on growing.